evening everybody. We're going to be doing a shoulder mobility and strengthening workshop today. So about a 15-minute workshop. All we're going to need today is some TheraBand. So we've got that beside us to start with. We're going to start just in standing. So feet hip width apart, knees nice and soft. We're going to think about the shoulders and just start by taking some nice rolls back. Engaging those shoulder blades. You're thinking about squeezing them down and back. Imagine they're traveling into the opposite back pocket. Really working through that whole range of movement you have there. We're going to change direction, so coming forward. Good. We're going to float the palms up. We're going to start by opening the hands, keeping the elbows close together. Again, feeling your shoulder blades move towards your spine. Breathe out as we open and in to close. At the same time you're doing this, we're thinking about length through your spine. So you've got an imaginary piece of string helping you grow nice and tall from the neck. Try not to shrug your shoulders as you do this, so keep them down, just feeling those shoulder blades move on your back. Keeping knees nice and soft, everything else is nice and relaxed. And arms are coming down. So we're going to float the hands up, bending the hands onto our shoulders here. Keep your hips facing forward and your knees facing forward. We're just going to rotate through our upper spine towards the opposite wall and back to the center. So breathing out to rotate, back to the center. Shoulders again nice and relaxed. We're going to extend the arms out to the side, so nice wide arms again. Set those shoulder blades back and down. Keep the knees and hips facing forward as we rotate through the whole upper body, keeping the arms nice and lengthened. Doesn't matter how far you go, everyone will be different with this. You should feel quite a deep stretch through your mid-spine as you get to that end of range. And one more each side. Good. Bring the arms forward and then relax them down. We're going to take both arms up overhead. We're going to do a big arm circle with the right arm, taking it backwards. Big arm circle with the left. Allow your knees to bend with you here. So it's a scooping movement. One arm, then the other. Nice big circles backwards. Breathe out as you lower the arm. And that arm should just feel nice and heavy, a big swing as it travels round. And we're going to change direction. So we're going to take the right arm forward this time. And the left arm. Right arm, left arm. Good. Nice big circle. Really working through that shoulder joint. Stretching up when you get back to the center. And we're going to keep both arms extended overhead here. We're going to keep with the circles. We're going to take one arm forward, one arm back at the same time. Allow your knees to bend with this. So here we go. Breathe out as you allow your arms to circle. And stop there. We're going to change direction. Good. Allow those arms just to float down. Give them a little shake because they should be feeling nice and warm now. So if you've got your TheraBand handy, we're going to start to use it. I've gone for quite a light resistance. You don't need a very heavy band for this because we're working some quite small muscles. So what I want you to do is either wrap it once around your wrist or just grip the band. You're going to have your thumbs facing up. And again, your wrists are in line with your elbows. Roll the shoulders down and back so they're not hunched, they're nice and relaxed on your back. And as you breathe out, we're going to stretch the band apart. Squeezing those shoulder blades into the opposite back pocket. Everything else is staying nice and still. Think about the length through the back of the neck. Feel those shoulder blades working in towards one another. So you'll feel your shoulders warming up, and you should feel shoulder blades working here as well. Again, engaging through your abdominals, your pelvic floor, to keep everything nice and static here. And one more. Good. Keeping the band in this position, we're going to move on to one other exercise and then come back to this one. So you want a light amount of tension here. You can adjust that obviously if you want a little bit more or a little bit less. Same position with our hands. We're going to pull the band apart. We're going to raise the arms up and over the head. Keep that tension as you lower them down again. So just from the side, as we raise the arms up, I'm keeping my rib cage tucked in. So I'm not allowing myself to really arch here. We're keeping our rib cage tucked in. And that might mean you can't lift the band very high, but that's okay. We're working more on control and strength now. So we're going to step forward with this. So find that tension in the band. We're going to step forward as we raise the arms up and over the head. Keep that tension as you step back. Opposite leg. Again, breathe out as we step forward. Keep that tension through the band. Keep those shoulders down and relaxed as we're moving that band up and down. Good. Transferring our weight nice and steadily onto that front foot. If you find that you're losing your balance with this, you can do it in a static position, so without the step. Only working as high as you can control whilst keeping your rib cage down and flat. Keeping that tension the whole way through this exercise. So I'm stretching the band out. And down. Roll those shoulders again, just give those arms a bit of a shake. And we're going to come back to our first exercise with the band. So finding your feet hip width apart, bending the elbows up, light tension through the band. Thumbs are in an upward position. And we're going to keep the elbows tucked in. We're going to breathe out as we open the band. And in as we close. And feeling your shoulder blades working in towards your spine and down on your back. Neck is nice and lengthened. And 2 more. Good. Again, allow those arms just a bit of a shake. We're working them quite hard here. We're sticking with the band. So this time, we're going to have our hands, same position as we had before, but our arms are straight this time. The band is going to make contact with the front of your thigh. What we're going to do is roll the shoulders back, and we're going to stretch the band behind us, making a V shape. So our hands are traveling outwards in a V shape. So keep the band on your thighs. We're going to do a small bounce as we extend the arms back. Again, feel your shoulder blades working in towards your spine here. Don't shrug the shoulders, keep them down. Small bounces. Keep those elbows straight. You should feel the back of your arms working, so into the triceps and around those shoulder blades again and into your mid-back. And 1. Good. Keeping the band, we're going to bring the arms up over our head this time. Again, you want a medium amount of tension on the band. Arms are straight, avoid flaring the ribs, so keep the ribs tucked in. What we're going to do this time is pull the band apart as it comes behind our head, and then we straighten the arms and your wrists come back towards one another. So a big pull apart as you bend the elbows and you close the hands over the head. So breathe out as you stretch that band. In to close. Keep those ribs down. You should really feel your shoulder blades rotating on your back here. If you want more tension or more resistance, you start or you take your hands a little bit closer together on the band, and that gives you a bit more resistance as you pull down. And again. And 1 more. And lower the arms down in front of you. Let's give the arms and legs just a little shake out there. We're going to come back to our forward stepping with the band. So again, find that thumbs up position on the band, medium to low resistance. We're going to set ourselves up, thumbs up, and as we step forward, we pull the band apart, raise the arms above the head, and stepping down. And again, breathe out to come forward. And down. Keep those shoulders down, avoid shrugging them. You don't have to lift the arms as high if it doesn't feel as comfortable. Just work within the level you can control. And this shouldn't be painful, it shouldn't be a sharp pain, but you should certainly feel muscles getting fatigued and working hard. And with any of these exercises, if they're sharp and causing you pain, then I would stop and move on to the next one. Good. So last exercise, we're going to place the band on the floor. So you need quite a long band for this one. And you're going to step on the band. We're then going to hold the band in, stepping on the band with my right leg, I'm going to hold the band in my left hand. And feet are hip width apart. I'm going to imagine I'm drawing a sword out of a nice holder here. So we're going to bring the arm across the body in a diagonal shape, and we're going to put that sword back in the pocket. So again, ribs down, nice and tall, other hand can come onto your hip. We're going to open that sword, and we're going to close. We're going to open as we breathe out, and close. We are going to lengthen that elbow, so straighten the elbow, reaching all the way up and across. As the arm's moving, don't let your body rotate, so everything else is staying nice and still. Using your pelvic floor, your abdominals, to keep your center nice and still. Again, neck is nice and lengthened here. That arm is doing all the work. Last one. And down. Switching sides. So left foot is on the band this time. I'm going to hold the band in my right hand. Again, the shorter distance you have, the more resistance you're going to work against. So you can adapt that to what feels good for you. Feet hip width apart. We're starting in our down pocket here. As we breathe out, we open that band across the body and breathe in as we close. Everything else is nice and still. Keep that nice diagonal line as you open and close. Last one. And down. Great. Allow that band just to relax beside you. So those are quite a lot of different exercises that you can now repeat if you want to increase the amount of work you're doing with your arms. I'm going to just show you a few stretches that you can do after, because we've obviously worked the arms quite hard here. So firstly, we're going to bring the arm across the body. We're going to hook our other hand behind our tricep here. We're going to pull that arm down and across. So you should feel that stretching quite deeply into the back of the shoulder. You're going to hold that there, and you can increase that stretch as much as you feel able, or to the point where you feel you're getting a true stretch. We're going to repeat that on the other side. So hand comes behind the triceps, you're pulling down and across the body to feel a nice stretch in the back of the shoulder. holding for 20 to 30 seconds. And relaxing there. Next one we're going to do is to stretch the tricep, so at the back of the arm. We're going to raise the arm up, we're going to bend the elbow. We're just going to use our hand to bring that elbow up until you feel a stretch at the back of the arm here. So your elbow is pointing up at the ceiling and your hand is reaching down towards the back of your neck. Again, we're holding for 20 to 30 seconds before we change arms, straightening through this arm, bending the elbow, using our opposite hand to bring that up so you can get a nice stretch into the tricep here. So 20 to 30 seconds before you release and relax the arms. Last one, we're going to bring the arms up behind the head. So you can grip your hands behind the head. We're just going to take some shrugs here. So shrugging the shoulders up and down. Up and down. You might feel some clicking and clunking. There's lots of muscles that we're moving as we do this. Again, keep the neck nice and long. Just moving those shoulders. Last one. Relaxing down. And just finish with some nice big circles backwards. Okay, well done everyone. So carry on, add in a few more sets and reps as you need, and we'll finish there for today.